Chapter 1. It was quiet. Maybe too quiet. Tessa Reeves stared out the window of her small camper, looking at the ocean that came in and out like clockwork. Just like the breath going in and out of her lungs without effort and thought, the ocean rolled in and out all day long. The sound of it both calmed and terrified her, but she had to put the terrifying thoughts out of her mind. Otherwise, she might roll into a ball on the floor and implode. Her camper wasn't much, but it was all she was able to afford. Saving up her money for months, she was glad to have been able to purchase it at all. It was old, but it ran, and that was all that counted at the moment. It got her to where she needed to go, and it was her protection right now. Nestled under a tree at the Crystal Cove campground, she felt safe, but she knew better than anyone that safety was only an illusion and could be taken away at any moment. She wasn't going to let her guard down for anyone, so she'd been keeping to herself inside the small camper with her dog, Bo, and her 3-year-old, Tyler. It wasn't easy to keep a dog and a toddler occupied inside of a small camper all day, every day, but it was what she had to do right now until there was a better plan. She prayed that there would be a better plan soon, although she couldn't imagine a scenario that would keep her and Tyler safe. For the last 4 days, she had stared out at the ocean waves, willing them to take her fears and anxieties away. So far, she wasn't having much luck. For the first time in 6 years, she was on her own in the world. It was both scary and liberating, thrilling and terrifying. Tyler was taking a nap, so she took the opportunity to start preparations for dinner. Money was tight and she couldn't spare much. Getting a job would have been great, but she couldn't take the risk of being seen in public or leaving Tyler alone. So she'd have to get by as long as possible on the small amount of groceries she'd brought with her and the little bit of money she had tucked away under the flattened mattress of her bed in the back of the camper. For a while, she had been used to a bigger space, a nice-sized house on the beach with a big kitchen and a spacious master bedroom. But she felt freer in her current space than she ever had in her old home, so she wasn't going to complain. Plus, that luxurious facade of a life had been short-lived anyway. She hadn't seen the beach up close in years. She was less than 2 hours from her former life, but right now, it felt a world away. She'd had to make a choice, and now she had to deal with the consequences of doing that. An evening storm rolled over the ocean, and she stared out the tiny window of her camper as she hand-washed the few dishes she'd brought along. As the thunder rumbled and the rain started to come down, she wondered how she was going to do this. How would she raise a little boy on the run?